Hello everyone and welcome to Spain for round 5 of my career mode series with Maldonado. We are on qualifying and looking to get a good lap, and despite a bit of a moment on the exit of turn 2 there, I have managed to bag P6 for the race tomorrow, which is a very good result. I've been around sort of P5 and P6 pretty much every race so far this season, but the races themselves have been somewhat inconsistent, but we will look to improve tomorrow.
Welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, here in Spain for what is expected to be a very closely contested race.
David Croft must be watching a different sport to the rest of us, because from where I'm sat, the Mercedes are miles quicker than everyone else, and it's not even going to be remotely closely contested, but I will do my best from P6 on the grid. It's going to be a one-stop strategy, as you'd expect. But we are ready to go for an exciting race here in Spain. It's Bottas and Vettel and Raikkonen leading me towards turn 1 with the two Mercedes, as you'd expect, on the front row, with Bottas looking to have got the jump on Vettel already here. That's huge drama as we pile now towards, it's a long run down towards the first corner. Down the inside I go. I could jump up into P4 here. This would be an absolutely sterling result. No, I'm in the gravel trap. Vettel's out immediately, I'm out immediately, it's P20 out of 20. I've spat all over the monitor, and you can't really blame me because that's huge drama on turn 1. Race ruined, and it's a recovery job. Now let's have a look at what happened, because, well, it looks to be Bottas there turning right into a left-hander, and then me and Vettel just collect each other as a complete byproduct of his idiotic counter-steering. Well, I'm 19th out of 20 with a penalty. Thankfully, though, I don't appear to have any damage to the front wing yet. That's just been confirmed on the right there. No damage to the car, but it is one heck of a recovery job that I'm going to have to pull out now. We're not even on lap 3 yet, and I'm all over the gearbox of Will Stevens in the Marussia. And I'm not all over his gearbox anymore because I've pulled to the inside. That's P18, and I'm looking like I'm going to get the other Marussia car, or the Manor car rather, down the inside into turn 1. That's a double overtake on the back straight, which is very good to see. And there's 3 cars just ahead of me now who are the next easy meet for me. I am slicing and dicing through these cars like a butcher. It really is quite extraordinary. And it can't be long now before I'm on the back of him. In fact, I think by the end of the next sector, I could find myself in P15. It's Ericsson, the next target, in his Sauber, lumbering along. He's got no match for me. Look at that, it's a purple first sector. The stewards are looking at the timesheets thinking there must be some hacking going on, but there's no hacking at all. It's just phenomenal pace from me. I've really knuckled down and pulled it out on these tyres. It's going very well at the moment. I could be in the points very soon at this rate, so now I'm on the back of Ericsson. It's lap 3, so DRS is enabled. Sadly, he has it on the back of Kvyat as well, so that's not gone ideal at all. But down the inside, well, no, I didn't really commit down the inside. I just stuck my rear wing inside his rear diffuser, and well, that would have been damage, you know. I got away with it in the Vettel impact, but down the inside I go now, in towards the, well, it's the final chicane, the final few corners, and it's side by side behind Kvyat. I'm showing less and less space to the computers because I've been way too generous to the computers in the first few races this season, and I hope you can see that so far my stance has been way more Maldonado-like, way more aggressive, and Kvyat is going to get absolutely gobbled up there like some sort of herbivore in a Jurassic Park film, because, well, it's P15 and it's looking good. Perez is going to be my next victim in this F1 race, looking for P14 now, and I am very much a presence in his wing mirrors as we go towards turn 13, side by side. Down the inside I go again, like with Ericsson, but he's being a bit more reluctant, and we're side by side into the final chicane, and he shut the door on me there. That could have been goodbye front wing for me, but it isn't, because I backed out of it rather sensibly there. But I'm now I've dropped down actually as we go over the start-finish straight, but it's a case of sitting in his slipstream, plugging the DRS to engaged mode, and trying to get that closing speed, which I have really got there. Look at the distance that I have gained into turn 1. I am hooked up like a well-oiled machine this race, because some of these cars are no match for me, and that really is shown towards turn 4 now. He's not going to hold me off this time. It's P14 for me, and it's P15 for Perez. Right then, end of lap 7. It's time to come into the pits and go on to the hard tyres for the remaining 10 laps. Now this could be very good because in the last few races, as soon as I've changed tyres, I've been like super quick. So I could be looking at sort of, I mean, we're well on the way towards the points, you know, P14. So there's 4 more positions we need to get ourselves in that points scoring positions. But obviously I've dropped a few in the pit stop down to P17, but I should gain those back in the next couple of laps. It's happened again, you know. I come out the pits and for a good couple of laps I am the fastest car on the grid by an absolute mile. The Toro Rosso there is about to get absolutely gobbled up towards the final sector. Now obviously it's only P16 I've got into there, but that was one of the cars that had already pitted, so that is a race position that I've gained. And I'm now technically P13 and well on my way to the points. It's actually looking like it could be in the next 5 laps. This has been a sensational performance. We still have 7 laps to go, 7 and a bit laps to go, and there are only 3 cars between me and the points, and all 3 of them are within a second. You can see it's Button, Hulkenberg and Nasser, and I'm going to go around the outside of the Sauber now on the exit of turn 10, but I've done a bit of track extending there, so I'm going to let him back through. It's in the spirit of the sport, I think, there, but we are going to have ample opportunity to take these next few drivers because I'm so much faster. It's been really, it's given me a lot of self-confidence, this Grand Prix, because, you know, when I'm in constant fights with Massa and Bottas, I feel really slow, but this has made me realise just how many cars on this grid I'm faster than. And Nasser is one of them, and he is goodbye. It is the end of the road for him being ahead of me. And also someone was in the pits, so I only need to get past Hulkenberg to be in the points, and I've hit the gravel trap, and that could have been a lot more severe than it was. I got away with that one because I hold P11, but that was a bit of a scare. Right, we are approaching the start-finish straight where I can get past Hulkenberg, and then it is a case of how many points can I get. Not if I can get points, but Hulkenberg sleeping into the final chicane. Thank you very much, sir. I will take P10, napping there, and that will be a very, very happily taken point for me. Button, as you are all aware, looks to me like the final candidate to be overtaken. I don't think I'll be able to catch the remaining cars, but he is really floundering just ahead of me. I've just gone on to Rich Mix 3, and it's really going to be big trouble for him as I get DRS as well, and he has got everything stacked against him. He's got a brick wall to climb to keep me behind him. That's not happened at all, and that is P8, and actually, no, it's not, because he's swooped round my outside and absolutely taken me to the cleaners. I've just been embarrassed by a Honda-engined car. Well, I should really just pipe down because that was fair play, Button, you know, because that was very good. But sadly for him, there is a long straight coming up, and I am ready in the wings, in his rear, in his wing mirrors, to get the DRS open and take him. This should be chalk and cheese, and it looks like it is, swooping round the outside. Thank you very much, and that is the position into turn 1, and it actually looks to me like it's Verstappen and Grosjean are the next 2 cars down the road. Now that adds a little bit of spice to the remaining few laps here, because if I can catch and overtake Grosjean after the shambolic start that I had, that really would lay down a gauntlet to the bosses at Lotus. So that provides a bit of incentive. That's going to be the target now. I'm getting quite excited here. Things are going to be very close. I am hauling the pair of drivers in, and there are 2 laps to go. It's going to be touch and go as to whether I'll be able to catch and get past them, but it's looking to me at the moment my current speed is enough to at least catch them up, so keep your eyes on this one. Oh my word, we are heading for one of the most dramatic final laps of our season so far, and that's saying something because we have seen some drama. Grosjean is within a second of me now as we go towards the line for the final lap, and I'm going to look to get, I mean, he's going to have DRS as well with Verstappen, but I'm going to look to get past him on the start-finish straight and embarrass him, really. I mean, this is a guy that's not had a massive first corner collision like I have, and he's been in the same car, so it's been one heck of a recovery job, and that is the perfect exit from the final chicane, and we are going on to the start-finish straight here for the last time this race, and I've got DRS, obviously he will as well, and we're going now towards turn 1. Can I dive bomb down the inside? No, I've dive bombed around the outside, and I'm going to hook it round, but no. He has shut the door on that one with his exit speed, and now he's waving away in front of me. There's a bit of contact with his rear end there, and that's actually sent me wide. I'm now track extending, and the engineers must be fuming at the level of competition, but it is Maldonado and Grosjean, so I'm not sure what they're expecting. He's sliding round as he attempts to grip to the tarmac, and that makes me check my damage, and it's reasonable. I'm all right, I'm holding on. But it doesn't really matter because it is just a flat-out run to the line now. Verstappen's gone for a run, he's off. I'm not going to worry about him, but Grosjean is in so much trouble here. He might even be at the 1 second window for Verstappen, and it is going to have to be. I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to get past him because I'm struggling here, and this is kind of the last overtaking point, so it's going to be some sort of bonsai move into the final chicane if it's going to happen at all. So here we go now, and I've hit him again. It's not going well at all. The engineers will have been bitten their nails off by the end of this Grand Prix. Down the inside I go. Massive amounts of contact, but I've held it down his inside, and it looks like I've bagged P7. No, he's still there. I've had to cut the corner. He's had to track extend, and he stays in front of me. And that just, that's frustrating. I've got a penalty now for corner cutting, but he track extended there to stay ahead of me. That was sly. That was very, very sly. And he's got away with it. The stewards have had errors there, frankly. And well, because of the penalty and the penalty on the first lap, I end up in P9. So it's not ideal at all, but it's where we are. But I remain 6th in the overall standings, and that is where we leave it before Monaco, which is the next race. Thank you ever so much for watching, and goodbye.